there, friends. Welcome to episode number 89 of It'll Be Fine. We're switching it up today. We're doing a best of baking bites. So little moments from the show that you haven't seen just yet because they didn't make it to air. We had to do a little switcheroo for today's shoot. Not to worry. We've got this cake. OP? What is that? You're going to have to wait later in December and find out. But if you're like me, you've automatically started humming OPP by Naughty by Nature, like automatically. But no, today's show, as I say, a little batch of baking bites, moments that didn't make it to air previously. I hope you enjoy. If you are able at all today, please support Food Banks Canada. Info on them is in the show description. Stay safe, guys. Wear a mask. If you're not feeling good, stay at home. You know, the usual. It's going to be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I see his name is Tom, and we went to Hawaii last year, and we had pancakes at one point, and he doesn't use syrup, and I was like, why don't you use syrup? And he's like, it gets everywhere, sticky. Somehow you always have syrup. And so I always crack up whenever he says, you know, because he loves pancakes.
Yeah.
And so this is just a perfect example, because I'm like, how do I have syrup on me? What was I touching? And I'm like, he is so right, you know, because I wasn't touching anything and it's over there. And I'm like, I have syrup on me. So he's completely right.
It's true. I love me my syrup though. As a Quebecer, like legit maple syrup is my thing. But it is, yeah, it's like glitter.
Yeah, this is the good stuff. It's organic, real maple syrup. And I don't remember the last time I had, like, I'm from New Hampshire originally, so they have all that up there, you know, the real stuff. I don't remember the last time I had real maple syrup, and I was like, we can have this on here? And I tasted it for the first time, like, I don't know, a month ago, and I was like, oh, I forgot how good this stuff is, and it's so good.
It is legit maple syrup, not that table syrup crap. Legit maple syrup. That is gold. Oh.
God, it's, and you don't need a lot. You need like a teeny weeny bit. A little goes a long way. Oh my God, it's so good.
You know,
it is delicious.
Maple syrup is also good in coffee, as is cinnamon.
See?
Anything.
It's good.
I'm just advocating for coffee is what I'm doing. I've got a Zoom date tonight.
Ooh.
It's very exciting. And I'm nervous. Any first date tips from someone who has made relationships work?
Oh, geez. Well, I met my husband on Craigslist. I really did. That's not a joke. I really did.
What was the ad? What grabbed you? Or did you place the ad and he call you?
Well, neither. So he posted a missed connection about, I guess, a barista, but it was like very weirdly written and it didn't really make sense. And I thought it was about my friend who also is gay, who would not have wanted to be set up with a man, but I didn't know that yet. So I was trying to matchmake for my friend who was like always single. And I was like, oh, well, you know, he's talking about her, you know, so I responded to it and he was not talking about her. He was talking about somebody completely different, but we ended up talking and immediately connecting in ways that you cannot over Zoom, let's just say.
Yeah.
But so I don't really have any good first date advice because I don't think I haven't really been on, I guess, a successful first date per se. I just dated like a slutty idiot who met dudes on Craigslist. So I think that's kind of the answer. Like, you know, just go with the flow. I don't know.
No, that going with the flow is good advice. And also, I think a slutty dating on Craigslist is like a good Netflix title.
I never I've never successfully made a good or written a good bit about it yet. I don't know why, because it's so funny, but it's just like I haven't been able to translate it into stand-up.
I wonder what happened to that other barista.
Well, yeah. So
I wonder.
I mean, he said it could have been about multiple baristas. He was casting a wide net. It was a strange time.
The day that this episode airs will be November 3rd.
Oh,
So we're starting off the day with cookies. I feel like this is a good day to eat a lot of cookies. Have some balsam, you know.
yeah, I get election anxiety really, really bad right now. The 2016 election, I was working a campaign down in Charlottesville, Virginia, and we had a guy stand outside our office for 12 hours with a gun, just kind of looking in.
No.
Yeah, he pointed it at me because I came out going like, what are you trying to do here? Because like, he's trying to start something, and that was the dumb move. 26-year-old Brooks was not a smart person. And he pulled it on me, and the cops let it go because I was approaching him with threatening intent, apparently. Because it's Virginia, it's an open carry state, which is dumb.
That's insane.
Yeah, but he didn't shoot me, luckily. But then the next year was the Nazi riot, and a couple of friends of mine were counter-protesting him, and one of them almost got hit by that car. I was working at medieval times when that was going down. I got really mad, like fired up, because it was weird watching on the news, like all these places you used to hang out are now national things and associated with a Nazi riot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I haven't looked at a tiki torch the same since.
I know, you can't buy them anymore.
You can't. You can't. No.
I've been co-opted.
No.
Some people are like, let's try and take it back. I'm like, nah, let's go.
They're gone. We have to, yeah. We have to remember what the first movie you saw at a cinema was?
I do. It was, and this might be showing my age, Bug's Life. the Pixar movie.
Love it.
I know. So that was, I don't know, late 90s.
Yeah, I think it was. So cool. My first one was a Mel Brooks movie called To Be or Not to Be.
Okay.
I think that
Who was in it?
I want to say 83, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was my first.
That's someone I just want to sit down and watch all of his movies. Just marathon them all.
Oh my gosh, I'm with you on that. I'm such a fan.
Because he's someone who's just consistently funny. Like, you can't sit down and be bored by Mel Brooks. Like,
No.
there's something wrong with you if that's the case.
So excited.
And it smells so good in here. I'm pretty sure it smells so good over there too.
It really does. That is hands down the best part of the show is my house always smells really good. And I'm taping 3 episodes this weekend, so I'm gonna have did an olive oil cake yesterday with Rachel Rothenberg.
I saw.
And we didn't know until so we're following the recipe along. We're like, okay, we're gonna come back because it had to bake for like an hour and a half. And I messaged her, I was like, did you see the bottom of the recipe where it says you have to let it rest overnight before you eat it? So we're gonna finish that today.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Right after this, I'm gonna eat some cake.
You might as well. You're gonna have. Wow, you have a lot of food.
Yeah, I've got the olive oil cake tomorrow. We're making baklava for an episode, which I've had many baklava over the years. A lovely Greek pastry, but I've never made it. So
You've never made it? Oh, well, I've never made it either. I made it sound like I do it all the time. I've had baklava. It's delicious, especially if the crust is like just the right consistency. It's a bit messy, but oh my goodness.
It's like, so yeah, there's a lot of, I'm going to be going for a lot of runs next week.
So you're gonna be doing, you might want to stick with the Zumba. I keep counting.
Delicious.
I feel like the rest of this episode could just be us grunting of like how good this is.
Just a montage of
Because I would improvise all over the place. I would say one thing differently from rehearsal because she would want to have her jokes and have her moment. But of course, sorry, I can't be held responsible from one moment to the next what I'm going to be saying. So
that is hilarious. Oh my goodness. I don't think I knew that about you.
Yeah. They gave me my actual name as Marcel the Gadget Guy. Yeah.
That is amazing. I love it. We're going to have to find a clip of that.
I've never seen it anywhere. Do you know the show? It ran for a couple of years. Like it wasn't. I don't think there was Food Network at the time. So it may have been
CBC?
running on more like maybe CTV afternoon or.
That's true. Or like an Omni channel or.
Maybe something like that. Yeah.
And as it cooled down, your syrup.
Delightful.
Yeah, I start dancing when I get happy. That's my thing.
I do these weird, like, Elaine from Seinfeld moves.
I can totally do it. I can totally see you doing it like she's like.
And if you're too young to know what I mean, go Google that. It's pretty.
Oh my God. It's crazy doing comedy in Miami. We have a very young crowd. And like, I mentioned Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
No, everyone was like, hell? But totally, that was a child star. But that's,
No, it's
I'm in my 30s, and every day is a realization that I'm in my 30s,
Just wait till you get to where I am. And then you pull out things and you're like, that was 30 years ago? What?
You know how I know I'm old? Because on the radio, they're playing rock from when I was like an adolescent, young adult. You know what I mean? And they're like, back in the day. And now I think about it, like, that is almost 20 years ago. I guess that's what my mom was like in the 90s, driving us around, listening to 70s stuff. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, this is episode number 87 of the show. And when I think of like what I was doing in 1987, what were you doing?
1 year old, so I was doing great, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let me go get a picture.
The best shape I was ever in.
Let me go get a picture of me from 1987. I have my school book. Let me go get it.
That's me as a baby. On the mic. And I'm like holding a mic. I was doing stand-up. Or pretending to be like Mariah Carey, but same.
Well, exactly. All right, we ready? We ready for 1987, Kelly? And this is the only time I had your school photos where I had a dress that another girl in my class was wearing, and it was scandalous. I wore it better. That's me.
Oh my God, you are rocking that dress, girl. You got collar. Oh my God.
Cute.
Collar?
Yeah, I got a collar. Yeah.
That is the snaz, like.
And there's Julie. I think her name is Julie.
Oh.
She wore the same thing.
But they put her in the bag. You can hardly see her.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.